Oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm so nervous right now. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Poor Decisions Podcast, the podcast where poor decisions are made right. I am your host. Ooh, where's my Grammy at? JK. I am your host, Sydney Christensen. What the fuck is up? I'm so embarrassed to say this. I hope you know. It's been 2 weeks since I last released an episode. I'm not proud of it, I promise. I'm actually kind of embarrassed, but I'm not gonna get into that today. I feel like I'm holding this mic really weird. There's no proper way to hold this mic, because if you're watching the video version of this, there is a stand. But I just wanted to chill today and have a little one-on-one, even though all of our episodes are mostly one-on-one. But yeah, it's been about 2 weeks since I last posted, and like I said, I'm not proud of it, but it's okay. I'm here now, right? And that's what matters. These past 2 weeks have been fucking hell, and I've recorded episodes. I have recorded them. I literally recorded one last week and was ready to post it. All my footage got deleted. My camera ended up breaking. I wish I can show you my camera right now. My viewfinder is literally taped to my camera with scotch tape. We gotta do what we gotta do. But I haven't talked to you guys in such a long time, and so much has happened, and I actually have felt very, very, very low. And I have not been in the mindset that I have been in a really long time, probably since I was in my last relationship, if I'm being honest. So I've been struggling a little bit. I've been going through it, and I've missed you guys, and I'm glad I'm here making this episode and talking. When I created this podcast, I wanted to truly be authentically me, and I stated that in my first episode. And I feel like every time I've gone to film episodes, I haven't been truly myself. I always like to write down what I'm going to talk about on that week's episode, but then I end up just not sounding the way I want to sound, if that makes any sense. I just feel like the advice I give and the topics I talk about, they just feel really forced. And I don't like it, and I hate it, because I hate it when influencers and celebrities do that shit. And that's not what I want to do. So today we have a brand new setup. This is my lovely room. It is decorated for Valentine's Day. I am in here a lot. This is my safe space. This is where I do everything pretty much. This is where I edit. This is where I do my homework. This bed right here, seen a lot. That sounds really weird now that I'm saying that out loud. But yeah, this is kind of my little safe space, So I thought when filming an episode, I should be somewhere where I feel extremely comfortable. So now we're in here. There will probably be a lot more episodes in here. I just love my room. I literally look forward to my bed and my little area and my space every day when I come home. And I am so comfy right now. I'm just chilling. I actually just watched a movie with my mom. My mom is visiting me for the week. I'm really, really happy about that. I really needed her to be here at this moment. And we just watched the new Wonka movie, actually. It was so good. Can I just say that? I was pleasantly surprised. My mom's a really big Charlie and the Chocolate Factory fan. I think that's literally her favorite movie ever. And she had already seen this Wonka movie before, and she told me this is a really, really good movie. And I trusted her opinion just because she holds the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory so close to her heart. And yeah, we watched it, and it was so good. Timothée Chalamet, you did amazing. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of put my ass in check a bit. Hold up, spoiler alert if you want to watch the movie and shit. One of the main messages of the movie is just keep dreaming. Anything's possible, you just have to believe it. And as fucking stupid as it sounds, that literally kind of knocked my ass in check, because I have been underestimating myself with all aspects of life, with relationships, career, even just hobbies I like to do, just like this. The past 2 weeks, I have been oh my gosh, I'm never gonna take off on social media. Everybody's judging me for it, blah, blah, blah. And that's simply just not true. And this is something I've always wanted to do. This is something my childhood self has always wanted to do. And I'm actually taking a step forward to do it. So why am I not going to continue doing it? It's all just a journey, So that got my ass in check a little bit. Today, I was already planning on filming this episode today, but then after watching the movie, I was yep, I need to do it. Another thing that kind of put my ass in check too was my mom. I had called her, like, I think it was literally, she came in the day I'm filming this. I think it was literally the day before. And she was like, what the fuck is up with your podcast? Because I haven't posted. I literally couldn't think of a reason. I literally was just like, I'm gonna film an episode, like, things are gonna be back up. And she was like, okay, good. So now I have this thought in the back of my head, like, okay, out of all my listeners, my mom's one of them, and she's literally probably number one fan of the podcast. So I gotta post for her. I gotta make her happy. I gotta make her proud. So mom, if you're listening to this, this one's for you. So yeah, we're back. PD is back. Is that like weird if I call Poor Decisions PD? I don't know, it's just easier to say. You see, I already like this episode just because I feel like I'm just talking and letting things off my chest. This is really funny, actually. I had got on Tinder. My Tinder account no longer exists. Fuck that app. That was a crazy few weeks of my life. I met this guy on Tinder and he found out that I have a podcast and he was like, so you're a professional yapper. And I've been thinking about that statement because I think he meant it as an insult. But now I'm like, what a compliment. I am a professional yapper. Like, fuck, like I could talk about whatever the fuck I want for hours. I lead a conversation. So more yapping to come. But today I wanted to talk about a struggle that I've been having a lot recently. I'm actually currently going through this and I am kind of reflecting on my past relationships and hookups and whatever you want to call them. I have just had this mindset of like, I am the girl before the one, and I am the girl that teaches them a lesson so they can get their shit together. Oh my gosh, I feel like that sounds really narcissistic, but I feel like I'm just the girl that they have, and then they end up losing because I just fucking check out, and then they're just like, damn, I lost that, you know? Basically what I'm trying to say is that I feel like I've been taken granted and past whatever kind of fucking relationship I've been in. And it fucking sucks. It literally fucking sucks. I have been going through this situation recently where I was seeing this guy and it was really, really serious. And then shit just didn't work out. Stuff happens, you know. We ended on good terms and shit. But then it was awkward. Like the relationship, the friendship was just like, it was awkward. It wasn't it. So we kind of just gradually stop talking to each other. Hold on, before I get deep in this conversation, I need the fucking garden because this has been on my mind for the past fucking 4 days and I just want to spew everything out. So I'm gonna garden real quick. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I was seeing this guy, shit didn't work out. We decided that we were gonna be friends and then like gradually you can't stay friends with somebody you're fucking basically in love with. Oh, said the L word. That's scary. And you know, like I missed him a lot, and it's hard, you know, it's really hard. Not even just losing them as like a partner or whatever, potential partner I should say in this scenario, literally just losing them like as like a person, you know, like I missed the friendship with them for sure. Like we were great. So through this whole like we're no longer like together phase of our relationship, he would say like relationship shit to me, you know. He'd be like, oh, we should go do this, and it would be something that's romantic, and then he would be like, but just as friends. Oh, I heard that this movie is going to come out, I would love to see it with you, but just as friends. Like just as friends was the only fucking thing that came out of this man's mouth, low-key. And I was like, okay, weird. So last week I had gone out and this was like the most fucked up I've been in a while. If you saw my most recent vlog on YouTube, which by the way, if you're not subscribed, go subscribe to that. Shameless self-plug or promo. Not self-plug. I was really, really fucked up. Like, I was like, I was feeling really good, you know. Me and my friends were all hanging out, and this guy, what should we call him? I'm gonna give him a nickname. Caesar. I don't know why. Don't question it. We're gonna call him Caesar. So Caesar was there, but I wasn't talking to him. I was ignoring him. And literally before we had gone out, I was literally talking to my best friend Sammy, and Sammy was like, I don't think you guys like are necessarily over. You guys are gonna have like the summer I turned pretty moment. If you watched the series, I haven't. I've just been told with this scene. is like, so apologies if I get it wrong. I guess the two main characters, the two main love interests, one of them's name is Conrad. They have like this argument on the beach of like, oh, like I loved you, or like I liked you, or whatever, and Conrad goes, I thought you knew. I think that's how the scene goes. Don't quote me on that. But my best friend Sammy was like, you guys are gonna have like that moment. And I was like, nah. Flash forward to that night, we're all hanging out and shit. And my whole friend group is like, we're all lit, you know. This is where I fucked up. But I had left my purse in Caesar's room. And because I wanted to go to the bathroom, I went back into his room and it was just him and we were talking. And I was just like, I'm not gonna lie, being like flirty, you know, and he was too. We started talking about stuff and he was like, you know what, this is what I've always loved. Yeah, that's right, the L word. Loved about you. You've always supported me. You've like always been such a great person to me. And I was like, oh, like, don't say that, da-da-da. And he was like, God, you don't understand how much I've missed you. And I was like, what do you mean, like, playing dumb? And he was like, dude, like, I've fucking missed you. Like, I've missed you. And then I was like, what? Like, really? Like, you know, like I was playing dumb at first and then I was like, there's no way. And he's like, you don't understand. You're such a good person, da-da-da, and I fucking miss you and I miss what we had and I wish things could go back to the way they were. And then I was just like getting more and more angry because he's the reason what we had was over. So I was like, bro, what the fuck? I was like, dog, like, what the fuck? And then I was like, no, you don't. Like, you don't miss me. I was like, I don't know about that. And then he was like, dude, like, I don't know what to tell you. And basically just started spewing and fucking spewing, like, all this shit. And I was like, I kind of get secondhand embarrassment from this. But I was like, if you miss me, show me you miss me then. And then he kissed me. And then I'm so embarrassed. We ended up hooking up. I'm not proud of it, especially because of the consequences. So we hooked up and he literally tells me, he's like, please text me, like, let's work it out, blah, blah, blah. And spoiler alert, I fucking fell for it. Like I always fucking do. Because once they come back, I'm just like, oh, they're gonna change and everything's gonna be good. That's not what happened. So we act like nothing happened. He literally told me, which should have been the first fucking red flag, like after we were hooking up, he was like, no one can know about this. Like when people ask me about like, oh, what's up with you and Sydney, like I'm not gonna say anything, which valid, but also now that I just need to continue the fucking story. So yeah, we act like nothing happened. Everything's chill. The next day, we all go out with the same group of fucking people. And he's kind of fucking ignoring me, like, the whole night. And I was like, okay, weird. It's just the little thing he's playing where, like, he doesn't want to make it obvious that, like, we literally, like, love each other and shit. And so he is talking to this girl. At the bar. They get a little close. I low-key want to spiral. I'm like, what the fuck? This is crazy. So I just start taking shots. I'm like, fuck this shit. And I get incredibly drunk. And after the whole group leave, we all just chill. And then me and Caesar were alone at some point in the night. I was kind of just like, what the fuck, you know? And he was like, what? And I was like, dude, like, we literally hooked up last night. You were telling me all this shit. You know the scene in Euphoria where it's Maddie, Nate, and Cassie all in the hot tub, and then Maddie's confronting Nate and is like, you told me that you wanted me to marry me and you wanted me to have your babies, like that fucking scene? That's literally how I was talking to Caesar. I literally was just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, you literally told me all this shit. And then, like, now you're, like, with some other girl. Like, what the fuck? And this man fucking goes, well, obviously, I don't remember that conversation, so it didn't mean shit to me. And then he goes, us doesn't mean shit to me. Lost my mind. He fucking gagged my ass. What the fuck? I'm getting, like, heated up talking about it. And I was like, you know what? Damn, what the fuck? So I'm just like, okay, fuck you. You know, I haven't talked to him since. The other day, though, I was at his place, and one of my best friends is roommates with this motherfucker. I am leaving his apartment. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna fucking die. I am leaving to walk past his door. He has a girl over. which is fine, but I hear him singing the song that we classified as our song to her. The song is playing and shit, and he is just singing to her. I literally get like secondhand embarrassment for myself. Like, I literally am just like, I can't. I literally still can't believe that shit happened. That literally was like one of the most detrimental things mentally I just like processed. I was just like, damn. He is singing this song to her. And you know what? This song is a lot of people's and like couples like song, I guess you can say. So I was like, you know what? Like, I shouldn't even be tripping, but fuck, that hurt. Like, damn, are you singing this song to every fucking bitch? Like, god fucking damn. Hurt me so deeply. And then ever since then, I have been in this funk where I am just like, oh my fucking god. I am just like the booty call, I guess. Like, I don't even know what the fuck you'd call it. I always feel like I grow these genuine connections with these men, and maybe it's one-sided, but the shit men tell me, that shit cannot be one-sided. You know what the fuck I'm talking about? Like, I literally am just like, am I just like a girl that just catches feelings like so fast? Like, maybe I fucking am. But most of the time, I think this shit's like too fucking sided, and maybe I've fallen fucking deeper. But there's no way you can move on that fast after you had this connection with me. You know, like, I felt this connection with you. There was definitely a connection that you felt with me, and it didn't mean shit to you. I don't know, like, maybe I'm fucking crazy, but I just, like, it makes me so fucking mad, because I know I'm wifey material. LMFAO, I just icked myself out saying that. I think I'm gonna go back and garden for that one. I'll be right back. I'm back. I know that I am definitely girlfriend material. I have girlfriend aspects. I don't know. I keep like icking myself out when I'm saying that. But I just like, I don't know, bruh. All of my past situationship or like hookups and shit, they've all got into like serious long-term fucking relationships. And I'm like, fuck, you were the one that kind of fucked me up and you were the one that hurt me. Why the fuck am I still single? Like, am I fucking wrong? Like, I literally just feel like a fucking idiot. I don't know. Call me crazy. And I know all in due time and that shit and the right person will come to me, but let me just be fucking angry for a second. But yeah, I have just been feeling like I am the fucking girl before the one. Like, I don't know. Like, I know I'm definitely not. And again, like, I know my person's gonna come. And I know there's somebody out there for me out of the fucking 7 million billion people on this earth. It's just so infuriating when somebody who hurts you and kind of treats you like shit can just move on so fast from whatever the fuck you had and then act like it didn't mean anything. And in my situation, literally say that shit to my face. Especially where I'm located, I guess, for school. My school is very hookup heavy, and I knew that going in, but I always thought like, oh, there's definitely like those people in the crowd that like actually want a relationship and shit. Nope, no. And every person that I've met who's wanted like a relationship doesn't reach my standards, if I'm being completely honest. My standards are very high, as they should be. I'm like talking about like, oh, like I wonder why I'm not in a relationship. And I'm like, well, I have standards and this and this and this. I'm kind of all over the place right now. I'm so sorry. But I'm just so over hookup culture, like fuck. But another scenario I have that kind of brought back a lot of memories recently was the situation with my ex. Recently, my ex yelled at my friends at a bar. I don't know why. People were just texting me like, oh my god, your ex is like screaming at what's his face, and I was like, oh, nice. So I've been thinking about our whole relationship after that, because I've kind of just been in like a why the fuck would you do that mindset. And it reminds me of when we broke up. He had came over and we talked about like us being broken up and shit. We basically broke no contact because I wanted my shit back and I wanted to give him his shit back. He was telling me like all this shit that he's doing. He was planning on just like getting his life together, and he laid out like a life plan, and like I knew this person deeply because I loved this person, and I just knew he was serious. And I remember that conversation. I was just like, wow, everything that I wanted you to fucking do when we were together, you're doing it when I'm gone. And it makes me so angry. So fucking angry. Because it's like okay, but why wouldn't he do that for me? You know, like, what about me wasn't good enough for them to try harder? So I feel like I've just been mourning. I feel like I've just been like mourning recently because of the way I've been feeling with boys and shit. Not okay. Which just fucking sucks, you know? Especially because we just had Valentine's Day recently, and literally every fucking like post on social media, it was like, happy Valentine's Day to the love of my life, like shit like that. Which, good for fucking them. I'm not hating. I'm just jealous. I've just been so angry about that recently. I've just been like, why the fuck am I the fucking girl before they get their shit together? Before the fucking one. Like, I'm so sick of it. But that's obviously just a mindset, and that I will definitely get out of. But I'm just sad. And I'm just angry about it, you know? And that's okay. It's okay to feel those things. I don't know why, like, some people shut down the way people express their feelings and the way that people feel, because we all feel differently. But it's just so fucking infuriating, you know? And it's okay. The thing is that I know there is someone for me, and if you can relate to today's little discussion or whatever, I'm so fucking sorry. I just think I'm so cool right now. Fuck, I forgot the fuck I was talking about. Hold on, let me think. Even though I'm like about to counter argue myself, how I'm saying like, I know there's someone for me, like, don't tell me that. There is, you know? And if you're going through what I'm going through on today's topic, or today's little therapy session, I should fucking call it, I'm literally just talking away in my bed. It's like we're on FaceTime. Oh my fucking god, get the fuck back on topic. But you know, there always is someone, whether it's platonic, whether it's romantic. And I think like I have to remind myself that, and I think you should too, because I'm just having this epiphany right now, actually. You know, I might not be this person's number one. I might have never been this person's number one, but in somebody else's life, I am, whether I have met them or not. In somebody else's life, I am the person that they turn to. I am the person they care most for. My parents, for example, anyone who's met them, anyone who knows them knows they are fucking soulmates. Like, God handcrafted those two people to be together, because oh my god, I could literally cry about it if I like think too much. They are literally soulmates. They are each other's number one, that's for damn sure. And you know what? There is somebody who is my number one, and that same person, I'm their number one. It literally might take some finding. It can take years, months. Fuck, I can meet them tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I've already met them and just don't realize it. I know there's somebody, you know? But like, damn, this shit hurts at the moment. Like, feeling like a second choice just fucking sucks, period. I feel like growing up, I was a lot of people's second choices. I had like this childhood best friend. And growing up, whether she would admit it or not, she probably wouldn't, she had this mindset of, I need to be the most popular person in the room, you know? And if that takes bringing other people down with me, I will bring other people down with me. So in late elementary school and in early middle school, I got a lot of attention from boys. Not to be that bitch, but I had a lot of boys who had a crush on me, or who thought I was pretty. My best friend at the time, boys weren't necessarily into her like that. Like, they actually viewed her as one of the boys, if you get what I'm saying. And I think she found a lot of jealousy within that. I feel like I sound like a fucking narcissist when I'm telling the story. I'm like, oh my god, like all the boys were into me. But I promise you they were. I believe it was never admitted. Actually, no, this was admitted once, like far when we were older, but she was definitely jealous of the fact that I got that kind of attention from boys. So she started like kind of treating me like shit. This person and I were best friends since the first fucking grade. So she started making friends with these other girls, and she would stop inviting me to shit. I would be like the last person on her list to invite, but then if we like had one-on-one, it was like a whole different person. Like, that was my best fucking friend, you know? But with other people, it was a different story. Like, she could care less, like, if I was gonna be sitting with her at lunch, you know? Like, that type of shit. And as I got older, making friends was a lot harder. And the friends that I did make, they always had like a best friend or whatever, but then they would hang out with me and talk shit about like this best friend and like whatever. And it would just always make me feel like, okay, I'm literally like the second choice, you know? Like I'm literally like kind of like the backup when things are going wrong in that relationship. Like I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Even in high school, my junior year, I was in this little trio with these two girls and they were close. They were really close. I just started kind of tagging along with them, but one of the girls would talk mad fucking shit. Like, oh my fucking god. She would talk mad shit about her friend, and it was always when they're fighting, or it was always when she was upset at the other girl for like doing something stupid. And she would always like want to hang out one-on-one when they weren't good, and she would always, like I said, like talk mad shit. And then like when they would be friends again, it was like nothing ever happened. And actually our main fallout, the girl was like, I'm not gonna be friends with her anymore, I'm gonna cut her off. She unadded her on Snapchat. So I did the same shit, like I followed through. I was mad at this other girl for her, you know. And then later on, literally that night, they talked it out, became friends again. They both cut me off. So after that, I kind of was like, okay, I'm gonna keep my people that are my people right now, because they don't make me feel like a second choice at all. Being like the second choice, the girl before the one, like all that shit, you know, it like sucks. It's just a shitty shitty as fucking fuck. But like I said, it's okay to feel this way. And if you currently feel like this, if you currently feel like a second choice, if you feel like somebody is making you feel like the girl before the one, as I said, my best advice to you, cut them the fuck off. I recently just did this in my situation. I no longer talk to this person. I no longer will talk to this person. And they will no longer have the authority to talk to me, because you shouldn't be somebody's second choice. The only reason they are hitting you up is because you are potentially the second choice. So the best thing to do is just to cut them off. Say, peace the fuck out, motherfuckers. I'm out of here. And then, you know, as I was like rambling earlier, just know that like there's always one for you. I love you. I hope you know that you're the best. You'd be my first choice. God, I need a fucking... Like I said, this episode I was just gonna be yapping. I'm so sorry. But just know you're not. And know that it's okay. And know that it's okay to feel the things you're feeling if you're a second choice. And just know, cut them off. They should not be in your life. They do not serve any value in your life. So why would you serve some type of value to them? Because we don't fuck with that negative energy anymore. We are 2 months into 2024, and this was just our free fucking trial. These next 10 months, watch the fuck out. I keep icking myself the fuck out this episode, but I love it. Like, I'm just talking the talk. I hope you guys like this episode too. But fuck everybody and fuck anybody who makes you feel like the second choice. You are worth so much fucking more than that. And things will get better. Things will turn around, even though it's all in due time. But I think I'm done yapping. I'm like to the point now where I'm like, okay, I've talked my shit. I can go mute. But I really enjoyed today's episode. If you like episodes of me just yapping and talking about what's going on in my life and like a little bit of like my advice for the situation, I guess, please let me know if you like these more, if you enjoy these more. I did, that's for sure. I honestly feel so much better. Like, I'm like smiling, like, and I don't know if it's like the herbs and I don't know if it's from me gardening, but like, I feel so much better. I just felt like I needed to get that off my chest. So thank you if you're listening. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being patient with me. I know it's been a long time coming since the next episode, but I'm back and she's fucking here. I hope you guys have a great week ahead of you. Happy fucking Monday. I will be back next Monday for fucking more. So excited. I can't wait to make more episodes. I literally feel like I just fell back into love with talking and talking to my camera. So yay. If you want more of the Poor Decisions podcast, please follow us on everywhere. Subscribe to our YouTube, all of our streaming services. They'll all be linked below. Also, follow our Instagram and TikTok. I think I'm funny over there at the Poor Decisions Pod. And if you want more of me, your little host, you can find me everywhere at Sydney Christensen. Oh, except for Twitter or X or whatever the fuck we just decided to culturally call it. It is Sydney7304. Oh, my TikTok and Instagram, also 2 eyes and Christensen. They'll all be linked below. Like I said, I hope you guys have an amazing motherfucking week, because I know I will. I love you all so much. Thank you for letting me talk today. Thank you for letting me yap. I will see you next week for next week's episode. Peace out. Love you so much. Bye. Oh my god, that episode was so fun.